So we've been through FL Studio, we've gone through a lot of the different possibilities that it presents, and we got a good beginner's look at all the different places we can work and make music. To go through a really quick start to finish review, we started with the channel rack, went through how we could make patterns, selecting different ones up here or adding new ones. And using the step sequencer, we programmed things, and then we worked in the piano roll to edit and add in notes that way, as well as work with controls in the event editor down here or the graph editor in the channel rack. And once we made those patterns, we went into the playlist and created something out of them, remembering that we have the opportunity to be a little bit more flexible with the playlist than a general editor like this may be in another DAW, but also remembering that even though this is flexible, we could lock it down in different ways to make it so that things are more rigid and locked to content for the tracks. And after we had things in the channel rack, added in new things from lists here or samples in the browser on the left side, or even plugins in the plugin database, maybe the plugin picker, right-clicking. But after all that, we could apply everything to a mixer track as seen on the left side of the channel, or go straight into the mixer itself and route channels into inserts of the mixer, which could in turn be routed to buses or sends. And on those sends, you could put reverb effects or whatever other effects we might want to add from the list we have here. We also learned about recording different things, notes or automation, even audio when there are audio sources linked to tracks. We did plenty of things with automation, whether it was recording it in an event or even making an automation clip, which you could edit in the playlist. Then we customized our workspace a bit to see exactly what worked for our own personal preferences to get everything we wanted in the most convenient place. And when everything was done, we could go in and export with different audio types and be able to listen to the song as an MP3 or work with it as a wave in another program. At this point, though, we have a good beginner's look into FL Studio, and we have a good understanding to start building upon and learning more. Again, remembering that when you hover over something, look at that hint panel, and it'll give you a better idea of exactly what you're looking at. And remember also that when you have something selected, F1 will open the manual for exactly the thing that you're looking at, and you'll be able to get even more information on figuring that sort of stuff out. And of course, there are Groove 3 tutorials on a lot of this stuff as well, and that will be expanding in the future too. So the amount of resources with FL Studio is plenty vast and growing. So with that, I hope you had a lot of fun and learned a lot from this beginner's guide. I know that I enjoyed going through and cementing all these ideas to make a good foundation of knowledge. And I hope you're excited that we just scratched the surface of all the different things we can do in FL Studio. So with that, I'm Tyler Coffin with Groove 3, and I will see you in the next series.